I go broke at the end of every single month, and I do it on purpose. Does that surprise you when I say that? So when I say that I go broke every single month and that I do it on purpose, it's not because I'm spending my money recklessly and I don't know where it's going. I actually start each and every month with a plan on where every dollar that comes into my household is going to go. And I can tell you, since I started doing that process, I've enjoyed going broke every single month. And it's funny whenever I make that statement, especially when I'm just having a general conversation with people, whether it be colleagues or friends, and I talk about that I'm broke every single month. They look at me and some people, they either don't believe me or they're just kind of wondering, like, how are you broke? Like, you talk about financial IQ, financial acumen, and understanding how to actually get ahead financially, but you're telling me that you go broke every single month. And once I start to explain to them what I mean by that, then I think the picture starts to become a little bit clearer. So when I talk about going broke every single month, I'm talking about strategically determining at the end of every month and at the beginning of every quarter of what the future is going to look like for the short term. I also take a look at some of my long-term planning, but that doesn't really change as much. The things that change often are my month-to-month planning and then my quarterly planning, depending on how the year is going so far. So a couple of things that I have in place that facilitate the process of me being broke at the end of every single month are: whenever I get paid, there's a certain amount of money that goes from my checking account into my brokerage accounts. And those happen every single time I get paid, regardless of what's going on. And the amount is the exact same every single month. See, whenever I put my budget together at the beginning of every quarter, at the beginning of every month, I have a set amount that I set aside that is going to go to investing no matter what. And that money is automatically shifted over into those brokerage accounts every time I get paid. And I go in and I make my investments based on how the market is going, spread across several different investments. The second thing that happens is I have money that goes into an account that is used just for personal development, whether that's buying books, whether that's paying for online subscriptions, to Patreons, to trainings, anything that's going to help me to improve myself from a financial perspective, from a career perspective, or just to have a general understanding of what's going on in the market. See, right now, I'm really looking a lot into AI and where we're headed within the AI space. So a lot of the money that I've been spending on personal development is learning how to actually use AI effectively, not just use AI, but use it effectively. So that's the second thing that happens every single month. And that's a set amount as well, but it's obviously not as much that's going into my brokerage account. I like to make sure that I have money set aside to continue to improve myself, because I think that's the greatest ROI that you can ever have. Investing in yourself is going to give you the highest ROI on any investment that you ever make in your life, because it can not only help you to get a better job, but it can also help you to make more money over the course of your life. So that's the second thing. The third place where my money is going every single month automatically is mortgage pay down. So I'm paying my mortgage, and then on top of that, I'm paying an additional amount every single month to help to speed up paying off my mortgage. Now, there's going to be a lot of people out there that may not agree with trying to pay off or pay down your mortgage. I'm not one of those people. I want to be able to have a completely paid off house within the next 5 years. So that's one of the big goals that I have right now. And of course, I could take that money and put it in the market and probably get a better return. But I think peace of mind is really going to be the thing that drives me to want to go ahead and pay that off. Because one of the things that happens is our mortgage is usually the biggest debt that we have, right? We go into debt for a mortgage, and a lot of us spend 30 years paying that off. And what that does, it often forces us to work jobs that we don't want to work. So maybe we don't want to be in that certain career field, but we have to do that because it's the only way that we can make enough money to ensure that we can pay our mortgage. Having a fully paid off house will give me that peace of mind. So if I decide to retire from corporate America in the next 5 to 10 years, I'll be fine. All of the other debts that I have are paid off in full every single month. So I'm not carrying debt on a month-to-month basis. So that's number 3. The fourth place where I'm spending money every single month is just paying my utilities and buying groceries and things of that nature. My utilities and my grocery bill are roughly about the same amount every single month. It may be $50 to $100 more or less, give or take, but it's generally right around the same price. And I know this because I can go back through all of my bills and I can see how much it cost me every single month for my utilities, how much I'm spending in groceries every single month. And it definitely adds up to be right around the same amount, give or take $50 to $100 in either direction. So that pretty much takes care of everything that I need to live and to invest in my future. And what I have remaining, I can do whatever I want with. If I want to go out and buy clothes, if I want to go out to eat, if I want to go on a mini vacation, because I am in North Carolina, I do like to go to the beach every often. And it's only 2 or 3 hour drive. So a quick weekend trip down to the beach is not out of the question. It's something that can be done pretty easily, and it's not that expensive. And the thing that I've noticed as I've gotten older and I've stuck to this routine is that it doesn't bother me if it's a little pricey for things like that, because I've already taken care of the things that need to be done. So the money that I have left in my account, I can do whatever I want with. So I'm not really having to watch what I'm spending that money on, because I have that balance there. I have the balance of, hey, I've got my bills taken care of, and this is the money that I can go out and I can do whatever I want with. Now, that's not to say that I spend all of that money every single month, but it stays in that account, until I'm ready to use it. And if it grows to a substantial amount of money, I just use it and invest it in the market. On top of being broke at the end of every single month, I also don't keep very much money in the bank. So I've got about 3 months worth of bills in a savings account. My bills are pretty low. So you can only imagine that my savings account really doesn't have much money in it at all. And if there's something that were to occur that would cost me more money than I have in my savings account, accessing the money is only about a day away. So what do you guys think, right? What do you think about my plan, my process, my method of going broke on purpose every single month? And is it something that you do? Could you do this? Or is there a better way? I want to hear from you guys on what your method is on managing your money every single month. Leave a comment down below and let me know.